What is going on, everybody? I go by the name of Curry, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish. Today we're talking about the homie John Geiger. We've talked about John many times on the channel before, looked at some product that he sent over, and today he sent over some new product, including an incredible package just in time for Cinco de Mayo. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at not one, not two, but three incredible pairs of sneakers today, along with some other really dope goodies. So let's jump into the first one. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the John Geiger GF-01 in black and yellow. As we all know, John Geiger has been in the middle of a very interesting lawsuit involving Nike and La La Land, a previous manufacturer of the GF-01, in addition to other John Geiger sneakers. Now, to catch you up on what's going on in the case, Nike just settled with La La Land for an undisclosed amount for undisclosed terms. All we know is that based on the terms of that agreement, La La Land has basically agreed to shut down their productions. Now, here's what's interesting about that settlement. As we all know, John Geiger was originally named in that court case, but this is how it breaks down because I feel like a lot of people didn't quite understand what happened. When John Geiger first started making sneakers like the GF-01 and other models, he actually used La La Land for some of his manufacturing. However, since the lawsuit got filed from Nike, John Geiger actually moved all of his operations to another manufacturer. What that means is, even though Nike shut down La La Land's manufacturing, it didn't really affect John at all, because even though he was named as having previous relationships and previous business with La La Land, because they're not currently a manufacturer of any of his products, he could continue selling his products as is. Now, that's a big victory for sneaker customizers and for John Geiger, because number one, it means that he can continue selling his products, and number two, it means that his business doesn't have to slow down. Taking a closer look at the GF-01. Now, everybody talks about the differences between the GF-01 and a regular Air Force One sneaker. And is it a similar silhouette? Sure, it's a similar silhouette, but there are some notable differences. Starting with the materials of the sneaker. Now, obviously, these materials are a premium leather as opposed to the leather that's used on the Nike version of the Air Force One. You can see that texture all along the upper of the shoe, and Air Force One leather don't look like that. On top of that, taking a look at the shape of the shoe as well, you can notice that there is a difference in the silhouette shape overall as opposed to the Nike Air Force One as well. Naturally, in the quarter panels of the sneaker here, there is a G for Geiger as opposed to a Nike swoosh. On the heel of the shoe, the JG, of course, for John Geiger as well. Down by the heel on the lateral side of the sneaker here, GF-01 as opposed to the AF-01 on the Air Force. It's similar, but it is different. The outsole on the shoe, totally different. JG on the outsole tread as opposed to the Nike Air Force One outsole tread. So this right here is completely different from the Air Force One trade dress. Taking a top-down look at the shoe here, when you look at the holes right here on the toe box, even though the shape might look similar to an Air Force One, the design of the holes in the toe box are actually different from a Nike Air Force One as well. The insole of the GF-01 also very different than the Nike insole as well, with the classic John Geiger signature embossed in this really nice, almost feels like leather. It's probably not real leather, but it feels like leather on the insole as well. It's very nice. Now, I know there's a lot of people that get on me because they feel like I've been this unequivocal John Geiger stan ever since the beginning, but I'm gonna tell you guys like this. The reason why I've been a John Geiger fan from the beginning is because John really never pulled any punches when it came to standing up for his own product and for his own company. Not only that, but John actually stood up to pretty much all controversy that came his way. He was very vocal when it came to the Nike lawsuit, and anybody that came his way, be it Saya Collective or anybody else that he had an issue with, he faced those problems head on, and I can respect that. Plus, on top of that, the shoe is just dope. On top of that, the colors are really fly. These are giving me Pittsburgh Steelers vibes, which makes a lot of sense. As we all know, John Geiger is from Pittsburgh, and he has some really dope collections that recently came out as well. But like I mentioned, I'm a fan of luxury, I'm a fan of good quality, and I'm a fan of John Geiger's products. So this right here is the GF-01 black and yellow, giving me Pittsburgh Steelers vibes. Let's move on to the next shoe. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the John Geiger GF-01 white pebbled leather. These are getting added into the summer rotation immediately. And the reason for that is because John also sent me a couple of other goodies in addition to this shoe here. But let's take a little closer look at the shoe. Obviously, it looks like a regular all white John Geiger GF-01. Same pebbled leather, same quality, but a couple of differences with these. First thing, the insole is a little bit different. It's kind of a vinyl overlay on this insole with the green and black J JG signature monogram on it. And on the heel of these, you got a really nice pop of that green here. So the entire sneaker, all white, super clean with that really nice pop of green here. It's giving me Miami in the summertime vibes, and I love it. 2 sets of extra laces with these. You get a black and white pair, and my personal favorite, you get this green set that actually matches that pop of green on the JG on the back of the shoe. But not only was John cool enough to send me over the sneaker, he also sent me over his new shorts as well. And these right here are the green John Geiger signature shorts here. Mesh on them here. Really, really nice job here. I mean, I'm talking these shorts are quality shorts. These are really, really fly. But that wasn't it. John actually blessed me with the pink pair as well. The pink mesh shorts with the green JG as well. I mean, come on. A combination like this, like, come on. Like, I'm gonna see y'all in Florida in the summertime, and when you see me with this on, just know I'm gonna be acting like I got a lot more money than I actually do. The shorts go crazy. Zippered pockets here, which I love zippered pockets on my shorts because everything's always falling out of my pockets. You even got John Geiger on the zipper pulls on these as well. Really, really dope job. Very, very nice quality on the shorts here. The green and the pink pair, John, thank you. And that brings us to the coup de grace of the video. We've seen the black and yellow GF-01s. We've seen the white with the pebbled leather. We've seen the shorts. We talked a little bit about the lawsuit, but now we're here for the main event. And this is the second collaboration between John Geiger and Patron. Let's get into it. If you guys remember, in 2021, Patron actually teamed up with CINCO, who was a famous Mexican designer, for limited edition packaging of their famous tequila bottles. John Geiger got involved with that project and came out with limited edition merchandise like socks and shirts that was really, really dope. He ran it back again for 2022 with something a little bit more special, but we have to start with the top of this 2-tiered box here. Now, just so you guys know, this is in celebration of Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully you guys are being responsible when you're drinking, but I feel like just because this is YouTube, like I have to remind you guys to drink responsibly, even though like I'm not obligated to, but drink responsibly. So opening up the package here, the first thing that we see on this side is the Patron and John Geiger co-branding. There's a little card in here and it says Cinco de Mayo is all about celebrating with your top people. In basketball, that's called your starting 5 or your starting Cinco. I'm excited to be starting Cinco this year with Patron Tequila and our next collaboration together, a limited edition pair of GF-01 sneakers. You are the first to receive these sneakers made from rare materials inspired by the Patron agave fields. So mix up a Patron Silver Margarita, lace up these exclusive sneakers, and enjoy your starting Cinco. Cheers, John Geiger. This is incredible. So you guys may have seen it, but when you open it up completely, it says starting Cinco with Patron Tequila and actually comes with a full-size bottle of silver Patron Tequila. John, my guy, I appreciate that. Let's talk a little bit about Patron in case you guys really aren't familiar with how dope the Patron Tequila is. Like, I don't know if you guys really understand how 60 hands are touching each and every bottle of Patron Tequila before we get it. Let me dig into this company just a little bit because it's really dope. Patron Tequila was actually founded, I believe, in the late 80s, around 1989. And ever since then, they've actually made their tequila the exact same way, even though they've gotten a little bit more efficient, but everything is still a small batch process that is actually very manual. The thing that makes this tequila really dope, as you can see on the bottle, is that it's 100% de agave. What that means is it's totally derived from the agave plant, as opposed to cheaper tequilas that use other things outside of the agave plant and don't make it 100% from the agave plant. Basically, they pull the plant from the ground and they separate it from the core of the agave plant, which is called the piña. Now, that piña is actually chopped down by hand and put into mason brick ovens for at least 3 days in order to soften up the piña from the plant. Here's the dope part about what they do over at Patron. Any pieces of the agave plant that aren't used, they use that as compost and put it right back into the earth to make more agave plants. So it's very eco-friendly and efficient. Then once those piñas are soft, once they come out of those ovens, they're actually crushed down with a 2-tone volcanic stone. And then a roller mill is also used to extract the juice that actually becomes the tequila. Once that juice is extracted out, it's fermented for at least 72 hours, sometimes more. And then once it's fermented, it's actually distilled in inside of handmade copper stills. It's pretty crazy the process that goes into making this drink. The glass on the bottles are made by Mexican artisans. The corks are hand chopped down from trees, and the corks themselves are washed multiple times, treated and cut multiple times. Each bottle has a handwritten label on the side of it that tells you exactly where it came from and what batch it was from. I mean, there's no wonder why this tequila costs as much as it costs. It's because it's that good. So for John Geiger, again, a brand of luxury, a brand of elegance, a brand of higher tier premium materials, it only makes sense for him to run it back with the highest tier, the highest premium tequila brand out here. This sounds like a commercial, but I promise you, like, it's not an ad at all. Nobody asked me to make this video. This is just really dope. So that's the top tier of the box here. Then up underneath that, you also see in the bottom tier where the shoes are, he has custom paper here with the Patron and John Geiger co-branding, which is really dope. But I know what you guys are ready to see, so let's take a look. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the limited edition John Geiger GF-01 in collaboration with Patron Tequila. Fly, right? Like these are crazy. Like y'all are not gonna tell me in the comments that these are not crazy. These are crazy. If you're a fan of John Geiger, if you're a fan of the GF-01, there's no way that you can't be a fan of these. John actually took these to the next level of premium materials by actually sourcing you know what? Let me just show you a closer look. I'll let you see it for yourself. All right, taking a closer look at these, again, the regular GF-01 silhouette here, but the material, as you can see, almost looks like reptile skin here. But the leather that John used and sourced for this actually came from El Salvador, Mexico. It was a very, very interesting leather that they had to cut and hand treat the pieces of leather because they were very premium and usually weren't used for sneakers. The leather is extremely premium material. It's very, very nice. John actually said in an interview that the material on the leather here actually only comes in one color, and they had to dye the leather just to get it the right colors to match with the piñas. That takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication. I also want to say these sneakers, as you can tell, aren't like super tumbled or super soft. We talked about this in the Georgetown 1985 Jordan 1 High video. A lot of times the most premium leather is the stiffer leather. A lot of people think that the softer the leather is, it happens to be the more premium it is, but that's not always the case. That just means that the leather was treated differently. So this leather, even though it is a little bit stiffer, it's very, very premium leather. Speaking of premium leather, you also get that on the dark green Geiger G on the quarter panels, extending out to the heel of the shoe as well. The shoe itself with the green and white color is actually made to look like the piña. That's the heart of the agave plant. So the inspiration behind this sneaker directly coincides with the process of making the tequila over at Patron. Very, very dope. On the heel of the shoe, you have the B logo, the same B logo that's on the Patron bottle itself. The B is actually used on the bottle because it's very attracted to the blue agave plant. That's why it's the logo for Patron. Yet again, another super plush, very luxury insole here. Again, feels like leather. Not sure if it is leather. It might actually be real leather. It feels like leather, but with the classic John Geiger signature on the heel as well. Very, very nice. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the John Geiger GF-01 in collaboration with Patron Tequila for 2022. Hopefully you guys can get your hands on these. These are set to drop on Cinco de Mayo on 5/5 at 5 o'clock p.m. I believe that's Eastern time for $250. And listen, if you guys know anything about John Geiger stuff, it flies and it flies fast. So good luck getting your hands on a pair of these. Hopefully you guys can cop them if you want them. I've been a fan of John Geiger since 2015 when he first came on the scene with the misplaced checks. I was buying the misplaced checks for like $1,500, $1,600 resale price because I could never get a pair on the drop because they were selling out so fast. And it's incredible that all these years later, John continues to be one of the names that's in the conversation for customizers, custom sneakers, and people that have taken on big brands like Nike and actually done well in their cases and their lawsuits against them. So salute to John Geiger. Once again, man, thank you for this incredibly generous gift, man. I don't deserve it at all, but hopefully this video did a little bit of justice, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed taking a look at these 3 new colorways of the GF-01 by John Geiger, and of course the shorts too, because like I said, when I'm rocking them, I'm looking like money. So don't ask me for none because I may not have any, but I'm looking like money. Now it's time for you guys to sound off down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the GF-01, the John Geiger sneaker here. What you guys think about Nike settling this lawsuit and John being released from that portion of the lawsuit. That's an interesting twist. Let me know what you guys think about about that down below. Of course, right down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you, I got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari. This is the white pebbled leather with the green, the black and yellow, and the limited edition collaboration with Patron GF-01 sneakers by John Geiger. And until next time, I'm out.